Just 2 weeks ago, petrol was retailing at 4,950 shillings per litre, while diesel was selling at 4,600 Ugandan shillings at most stations. At Reta fueling station along Majanji Road in Busia town, prices have risen sharply. Petrol has increased by 500 shillings per litre, while diesel has gone up by nearly 600 Ugandan shillings. James Babu, the station manager, says the sharp rise is due to higher purchase prices from suppliers.
It comes from the suppliers. If the suppliers they have increased the price change, automatically even us you have to change the price.
Oliver Misanya, a pump operator at the station, says the increase has affected the number of motorists coming to buy fuel.
We no longer have as many customers as we used to, and our sales have declined significantly. The rise in the fuel prices has made it difficult for customers to afford our services.
At Shell fuel station, a similar trend has been recorded. Petrol prices have risen from 4,950 Ugandan shillings to 5,100 Ugandan shillings per litre within a week, while diesel has increased from 4,670 Ugandan shillings to about 4,990 Ugandan shillings. At Yasam Border oil fueling station, prices have also gone up. Patrick Owori, the station manager, attributes the increase to disruptions in global fuel supply chains linked to the conflict involving Israel, the United States and Iran.
Fuel that enters Uganda comes from Arab countries. That is the Middle East. Everybody now knows there is a serious war between these Middle East countries, Iran and Israel. So it's one of the major causes of the price increase in the fuel. Now entering fuel here is a problem, the type of war. That's what I can tell you about. The prices were relatively low and most of us were in almost the same price.
Owori adds that although some customers initially stayed away when prices began rising, many are now returning as prices stabilize across stations.
At the beginning, first before like today, they were moving up and down, looking like other people, they're still low, for you guys you are high, not knowing that these other people who are still low, they are not yet maybe going to the market to find out what are the prices. And they had the old stock which they purchased cheaply, but right now they are getting back to normal because like everywhere it's the same price and yet the people have to move.
The rise in fuel prices is heavily impacting motorists. Zubail Mutualibi, a taxi driver, says the increased fuel costs are driving up transport expenses, yet passengers are unwilling to pay higher fares.
Whenever the price of fuel increases, everything is affected and the cost of most things goes up. Now on the side of the taxi operators, we are heavily affected because customers are not willing to pay the hiked fares.
Motorcycle riders are also feeling the strain. One border rider noted that although fuel prices have increased significantly, customers still expect to pay the old fares. The Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development and the Uganda National Oil Company issued an update regarding the stability of Uganda's fuel supply amid ongoing Middle East conflicts affecting the Strait of Hormuz. The ministry says more fuel shipments are expected from early April 2026, including about 195 million litres of petrol, 155 million litres of diesel and 20 million litres of Jet A1, which should help strengthen supply and stabilize fuel availability in the country.